It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we'll see who rules the skies in tonight's battle. It's the Seattle Seahawks and the Arizona Cardinals, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
A good neighbor to nearby downtown Phoenix. We're at State Farm Stadium here in Glendale, Arizona. Thanks for joining us, everyone. With my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. And like so many matchups in the NFL, Brock, our focus goes right to the quarterbacks in this one. Both of these guys, players who've been around the league now for some time, they definitely established themselves as veterans who know how to win football games.
Yeah, I think the word of the day, Kate, is definitely experience. Two guys who've been through the season several times over, have seen a lot at this point in their career, and been through quite a bit on the field. All that experience is stored up there right between the ears. And the one who is more skilled at leveraging that experience, more than likely is going to come away with the win.
Chad Ryland will have the honor of getting us started. And away we go in Glendale. This return starts at the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So out come the Seahawks for their first offensive possession. And we'll get a look at their signal caller playing in his 7th season.
If we had asked Sam Darnold, coming out of USC as the 3rd overall pick in the draft, to write the story of his career, I don't think he would have written some of these chapters. But in the end, it makes you tougher. It makes you grittier. And playing quarterback in the NFL is a lot about that. Your ability to just withstand adversity and to continue to get up time after time after time. And Sam Darnold has shown that kind of perseverance.
Looking to throw right away. Has him on the quick hitter. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time. He gets it ahead and winds up with about 3. Buda Baker bringing that one to an end. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Finds Smith and Jigba. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Can I have a moment, Kate? Just a moment to marvel at how well they reacted to that play on defense. They were all over it from the start, getting behind the line to blow up a play that how many times do we see as highlight reel touchdowns going the other way?
This is Walker on 2nd. And he gets this beyond the midfield stripe and onto the Cardinals side of the field. A gain of 4 for them. That sets up 3rd and 7.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
To the air, 3rd long. Escapes the pocket. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he's able to get this down to the 36. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
Throwing here, Darnold. Taken in by Noah Fant. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Quite the opening drive they put together, partner. New set of downs all the way down to the 25. Now Darnold. Smith and Jigba there to grab it. And he'll cover up as they touch him down a few yards short of the first.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step.
From the 18 on second down. He finds Fant. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. First and goal. Walker reaches the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks finish up an excellent opening series. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
Now it's Jason Myers on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Seahawks will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. DJ Dallas now to return it. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So here are the Cardinals now, headed out for their first drive. And they'll be led out by a #1 pick out of Oklahoma. One of the game's better runners, it's Kyler Murray.
One of the beauties of the quarterback position is it's not cookie cutter. QBs come in all different shapes and sizes. Some are 5'10", some are 6'6". Some are better on the run, some are better in the pocket. For Kyler Murray, man, he is at his best when he's playmaking. When his athleticism, that dual threat nature comes to life, that is when he is typically a defense's worst nightmare.
They'll run it here. It's James Conner. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a pickup of 26. And that's a Cardinals first down.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. A quarter down, 3 more to go for these NFC West opponents. Neither side separating much so far. We'll return to State Farm Stadium in just a moment. Back and ready now for the second quarter. It's Cardinals football. They have second down behind the sticks. From the gun, it's Murray. Bails out of the pocket quick. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock. You know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing he woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep him moving forward.
The Hawks dialing up the nickel D here, third down. Murray from the pistol. That's caught for the first. And he gets it down to the 35 before stepping out. A 70-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Well, a tight end that moves the chains on third down, that's a QB's best friend.
They're set up at the 35 now. First down carry for Connor. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Tackle made by Ernest Jones. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
McBride hauls it in. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And it'll be first down, Arizona.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Forced out to his right. Now he takes it. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made.
Well, this is in every quarterback's tool belt, even the ones not regarded as the best movers and shakers. But, Kate, to play QB in the league today, you've got to be able to do this. If you've got nobody open, still get some positive yards with your legs.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Connor here from the gun. And they bring him down pretty quickly at the 10. Just 2 yards there on the carry. They're going to need another 2 now on 3rd down.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
3rd down, Connor gets it. And his short game gets them a new set of downs.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there, making a really close measurement to see if he got the first down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Trying to run it in, Connor. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning at Glendale. It's the Cardinals facing 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And he's going to get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals earn the chance to tie before halftime. It's a James Conner touchdown. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock. Getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, such an advantage. I think when you think about it, Kate, it really is about the 80s where we start to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners, but be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game. Yeah. That's well done.
On is Chad Ryland for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Cardinals respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. Here's Steven Sims with the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So Seattle retakes the field for their 2nd series. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Darnold now to throw. He was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Yeah, this is a time where offensively you got to regroup. You got to get in that huddle. You know, quarterback is the most important leadership position. Everyone's looking at you. And as a QB, after taking a sack like that, golly, you got to flush it, instill some confidence, and move this ball forward.
Let's see what they dial up on a second and very long. Another try following the sack. He gets it complete to Kenneth Walker. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. Jalen Thompson, the man on the tackle. So not an enviable spot here as they come up on third and very long. Running left, here's Walker. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about. So they'll let the play stand, decline the penalty, and that's going to bring up fourth down. Fourth down punt from the Seahawks, and that means we're going to see Michael Dixon head on to send it skyward. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. The fair catch taken in at the 28-yard line. No return on that punt, and it'll be Cardinals football. Second drive of the game upcoming for this Arizona offense. And they can try to move this into field goal range, Brock. 55 seconds left in the half. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Murray. Finds him over the middle. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Timeout taken by the offense, their second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 38. Fits it through the middle. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. The Cardinals are going to use the last of their timeouts. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Short pass brought in. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Kate, that play's so indicative of why tight ends in this league have become just an X factor. Right, they're big. They can block at the line of scrimmage. But the elite guys, well, they've got that speed, and they can take something short and make a difference with it down the field.
So after the incomplete pass, here's 2nd and goal. Back to the air, Murray. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And now it'll be 3rd and goal.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then you got to react as it begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
Murray, 3rd and goal. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete. thought he had a touchdown there. And that brings up 4th and goal.
You know, a couple of my favorite nicknames, Kate, over the last decade in football. The Legion of Boom, obviously, out in Seattle. But how about the no-fly zone that was cooking in Denver? That right there, that is a no-fly zone. Trying to make the play in the end zone, and a beautiful job by the defender to knock it away.
Badgley able to knock it through. And that's going to break our tie and give them a 3-point advantage.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. He's back to throw. This is reeled in by Valdez-Scantling. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it. One last play before the break. Looking to throw. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. So it's halftime here in Glendale with the Cardinals out in front. Now we'll send things over to Orlando, Florida. Jonathan Coachman on standby, ready to deliver the EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit. But first, time for our EA Sports halftime report.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our 3rd quarter. Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Dallas with a return. He's stopped on the return at the 27. Here come the Cardinals to begin quarter number 3. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the second half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making every yard tough, every first down tough, every series tough. And offensively, yeah, it's time to toughen up and maybe more importantly, sharpen up.
Murray here on 1st down. He's on the move. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Trying again following the sack. His throw finds Marvin Harrison Jr. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, with out routes or in routes just like that.
They kick the running back in motion. The play clock ran all the way down there, and this is going to cost the offense. Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty. Penalty not helping their cause for this third down. Murray to throw. Oh, he's going to run for it.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as a QB, and it gave him just enough room to run.
So on fourth down now, Blake Gillikin gets the call to punt it away for the Cardinals. Fair catch made, a little beyond the 20-yard line. That punt goes unanswered, no return there. And it'll be Seahawks football. The Seattle offense eager to get back on the field. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
If there's ever a play we could call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 24. He's throwing deep to the left side. He's got it deep downfield. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. That goes for 36 yards. And the Seahawks will have a first down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Big play gets him across midfield, sets him up 1st and 10 from the 40. Darnold. Walker hauls it in. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
2nd and 3 now. Backfield is empty as they motion him out right. Smith and Jigba there to grab it. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it sets up Seattle with first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
To throw, here's Darnold. Flushed out of the pocket. He's running with it. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal.
As much as you'd like to find a completion and get the ball out of your hands, when a play breaks down, you've got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on his ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that.
From the red zone now. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle! The Seahawks grab the lead on their first series of the half. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba with a touchdown. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
This is the time of the game where your legs just get a little bit tired. But that was a determined-looking drive right there. They were not going to be denied, and they're able to score and take the lead.
Myers to add the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Seahawks take a 4-point lead. Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Here's Greg Dortch with the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Cardinals in possession of it once again. And what's really been simply stunning, Brock, is how far we've made it into the game, and their passing game, it is still grounded.
Yeah, so as they're sitting here losing right now, what I hear you saying, Kate, is it's time for this offense to take flight?
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Ready to start this drive with Connor. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 29. Gets this one to Harrison. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's a Cardinals 1st down. Three quarters in the books from this one. It's Cardinals ball, and they could use a score. They come into the 4th trailing. First and 10 from the 41. From the gun, it's Murray. Taken in by Harrison. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 46. This is reeled in by Wilson. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest and gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Play action now, Murray. Completed to his running back. And a solid gain there, gets him across the 45 before he goes out.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, when one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Here's 2nd and 5. Has the connection to Jones. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Give him 24 on that play. And it'll be 1st down, Arizona.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
Shotgun handoff to Connor. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3. Second down now, 7 to go. Right back to Connor. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Gotta think this is 4-down territory, Brock, as they come up here 1st and goal. It's Connor again. And he's brought down for a loss.
There's just no question about it. He has the license to adapt a little bit, to diagnose plays because they trust his instincts. And there, well, it was all on display. Expert-level diagnosis going on to see a potential run and get in position to stop it behind the line.
Murray looking to throw. This will be cut by Connor. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
It's the 2-minute warning from Glendale. Cardinals needing 4 points. So now, here's 3rd and goal. He'll throw it. And he's going to get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals jump in front late. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
And he shakes out the pressure to nail the point after, and now an opposing field goal would only tie this game. All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. Here's a return from the 7. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Now Seattle all set to go here on offense. They find themselves down here in the 4th after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Pass complete to Walker. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
It may not look like much on the stat sheet, but this is kind of good on good. An offense gets a completion, not going backwards, and the defense, well, they rallied, they pursued, and kept that screen to a minimal gain.
2nd and 6 coming up here. He'll look to throw it. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. To throw. Coverage holds up, and he just had to get rid of it.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? We chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. Now to throw. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Picked up by Garrett Williams. And the Cardinals make the play that should win them this game.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Where you watch defensive coaches preach all the time when they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six. Yeah, it stinks for the offense, but that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Connor. And this is brought to a halt pretty early at about the 8. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. So they're 1st and 3. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Second down now, 7 to go. Connor on the inside give. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Now Seattle going to call its 2nd timeout. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now. So now here's 3rd and 5. Going with Connor here. And we just saw this movie. They stopped him again at the line. This a very important field goal for Chad Ryland. This from just 23 yards away. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And now their lead will push out beyond the field goal.
So after that make, a field goal won't cost them a lead, but a touchdown still ties it, or likely probably puts them down a point. Okay, this is one of those moments where the defense now has clarity. They know what the stakes are and what they have to defend.
All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. Sims now on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Seahawk offense taking the field now. And you know that interception is in the back of their minds as they head back out there now. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Setting up to pass. Gets this to Fant. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
Sure showed off some mobility on that play. Got outside the pocket and easily found an open man.
Seahawks in their hurry-up offense. They need to get everyone to the line. Here he is to throw. That one's cut along the left sideline. It's a gain of 29 yards. And the Seahawks will have a 1st down.
Well, that one was drawn up and delivered beautifully, efficiently. If it's not circled on the call sheet already, you better believe it is now.
Time not on their side here as they get set for 1st down. No timeouts remaining either. Darnold looking to throw. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Passing struggles, bleeding over from that last play. He's forced to get rid of this one. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Looking to throw it. And he gets in. It's a touchdown. What a moment. They can likely win it on the extra point now. A second touchdown through the air for him, Brock, and independent of the game situation, we both know he's going to be happy to leave the field with 2 of them in one game.
1 touchdown, you just might be right time, right place, but 2 touchdowns in a game is always about the preparation. The separations and the preparation. It's doing that work on the practice field and knowing before the game that when my number's called, I'm going to be there to deliver.
Now the kick team out to steal away the lead with a point after. 1 final second on that clock. There's a timeout. We'll have to wait just a touch longer to close this one out. Now the kick team out to steal away the lead with a point after. And he gets the extra point, and that kick gives them the 1-point lead right near the end of this game. Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. From his own end zone, here we go. And he's brought down, Brock, and that brings this ball game to a close. So the Seahawks take this one on the road. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final whistle.
And, Kay, this is one of the bigger adjustments a college player has to make to the NFL. In college, you get a lot of blowouts. The NFL, every game you get calloused because you know more often than not they'll be like this, a one-possession game. It's not about how you start. It's all about how you finish.
With Brock Ewart and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Seahawks winners as we say so long from Glendale.